Most men think girls reject them for their looks, but the real reason is hidden deep in their behavior, and they don't even notice it. There are 100 silent reasons girls lose interest in men, and 99% of men have no idea they're doing these things. Here's the truth. No one tells men. Girls don't leave because of someone better, they leave because of someone different. If you have ever been left unread, ignored, or friend-zoned, this video will tell you exactly why. You ever wonder why she stops replying, even when you thought things were going well? He wasn't unattractive, broke, or a bad guy, but she still lost all interest because of one simple mistake almost every man makes. Ask any woman, and she will tell you that men think women want perfection, when in reality they just want effort. Girls do not want a perfect man. They just want a man who tries. And the problem is too many men stopped trying. What if I told you that girls judge a man in the first 10 seconds, and it has nothing to do with height, money, or looks? Studies show women lose interest 3 times faster when certain behaviors show up, and most men do not even know they are doing them. If you want girls to like you, stop trying to impress them and start improving yourself instead. Everything you think you know about what girls want is fundamentally wrong, and it is time for the truth. This is not a video about rejection. It is a video about transformation, the kind that men are never taught. This is Infoxe, your facts, information, and solution hub, so please stay connected with us. Okay, let us cut straight to the point and get into the dynamics of attraction. In today's world of fast connections and endless dating options, one of the most common questions men ask is simply, why don't girls like me? For many men, rejection feels random. But in reality, human attraction, especially in the early stages, is shaped by psychology and subtle signals we give off. This explanation explores the real reasons girls lose interest in men, and these reasons are not about blaming men or shaming women. When men understand these deeper patterns, they can improve their relationships and avoid the common mistakes that silently push girls away. The goal here is certainly not to generalize or paint all women the same way. Instead, we reveal commonly reported reasons, supported by behavioral studies, social observations, and emotional psychology. Many men start with the belief that girls dislike them because they lack good looks, height, or a perfect physique. But talk to women honestly, and they will tell you a completely different story. Girls do not reject men simply because they are not physically perfect. They reject them because of behaviors, energy, communication patterns, and emotional habits that silently kill attraction. You have probably noticed this dynamic happening in your own life by now. Perhaps a girl lost interest, even though you were treating her very well, or maybe someone less physically attractive, then you ended up getting the girl you wanted. Then there is the classic scenario, where a woman says she is not ready for a relationship, only to date someone else weeks later. These confusing moments only make sense once you understand how attraction truly works under the surface. First, girls lose interest when they simply do not feel truly heard by a man. One of the most significant reasons girls distance themselves is a lack of genuine emotional attention from their partner. This is not about flowers, gifts, or excessive compliments. It is about attention, presence, and active listening. Women must connect emotionally before they can truly connect physically. When a man is not truly listening and is just waiting for his turn to talk, she instantly feels unseen. Over time, that feeling of being unseen quickly kills attraction between two people. Men often assume they are doing everything right, but emotional presence is the actual foundation of any lasting connection. Reason number 2. Girls lose interest quickly when a man shows a profound lack of ambition. Ambition does not mean trying to become a millionaire overnight. It means a man has clear direction, passion, continuous growth, and a solid sense of purpose in his life. Women naturally admire men who are constantly growing, evolving, and moving towards something bigger for themselves. When a man stops caring about his own life trajectory, women sense that stagnation very quickly. A man with no current goals can appear stagnant, lost, and completely unmotivated to a woman. This certainly does not mean a man must be successful already in his career. He simply needs to be actively working towards something that excites him. Ambition effectively signals stability and a strong sense of future security to a potential partner. Conversely, a distinct lack of ambition signals the very opposite. Third on our list is hygiene and self-care, which matter far more than most men realize. Women frequently report that poor hygiene is one of the biggest and most immediate turnoffs they experience. Bad breath, untidy hair, unwashed clothes, and obvious body odor are consistent red flags. Men sometimes mistakenly believe that overall looks do not matter at all, but cleanliness and presentation matter a great deal, because they signal discipline, responsibility, and self-pride. Girls may not need a man to be model-level handsome, but they absolutely need him to take care of himself. Reason number 4 is insecurity, which acts as the silent killer of attraction in any dynamic. True confidence is not about showing off or being excessively loud in a group, but many men unknowingly show insecurity by needing constant reassurance or acting overly jealous of other men. Girls do not dislike insecure men, but they struggle to feel safe or romantic with someone who constantly doubts his own worth. Confidence, on the other hand, is magnetic and signals strength, leadership, and crucial emotional stability. Reason number 5. Girls dislike men who fundamentally lack emotional maturity in how they handle life. Emotional maturity means being able to handle conflict, communicate calmly, and apologize sincerely when you are wrong. A man who blames, shouts, or sulks over every little thing becomes emotionally exhausting for a woman to manage. Women leave because they are tired of constantly being the emotional manager for a partner. An emotionally stable man is quite rare in today's dating pool, and that quality makes him highly attractive to women. Number 6 addresses consistency, which women crave far more than confusing or unpredictable behavior. One of the top complaints women have is dealing with a man who is completely inconsistent in his effort. A man may text her a lot one week and then suddenly disappear entirely the next week. He might show massive interest one day, only to pull away suddenly out of apparent fear or doubt. Inconsistency creates confusion, insecurity, and a lot of emotional stress for a woman trying to connect. Consistency is not about texting 24/7. It is about showing stable, predictable effort over time. Number 7 points out that being too available or too clingy actively pushes genuinely interested girls away. It seems ironic, but women want attention while simultaneously disliking neediness in a partner. Neediness shows up as messaging too often or expecting replies instantly, even when she is clearly busy with other things. A girl does not want to feel responsible for a man's entire happiness or expect him to have no life outside of her. She wants to add to his life, not replace his entire world. So men with balance are far more attractive. Number 8 involves boundaries. Girls actively avoid men who clearly do not respect her personal limits or her time. A man who pressures her into things she is not ready for or ignores her comfort level will quickly lose her trust. Girls like men who understand that boundaries are fundamental signs of respect, not personal rejection. Number 9 highlights that a lack of humor and overwhelmingly negative energy can quickly push women away for good. Girls love men who make them laugh because humor signals intelligence, confidence, and a genuine warmth in a person. On the other hand, men who are constantly complaining, bitter, or negative make the entire social environment emotionally heavy. Women naturally avoid men who constantly drain their positive energy with pessimism and bitterness about life. A positive mindset and a lighthearted attitude can make a massive immediate difference in attraction dynamics. Number 10 is a major red flag. Girls absolutely do not like men who disrespect waiters, staff, friends, or even strangers. A man who is rude, entitled, or disrespectful toward others signals a dangerous personality trait to any woman watching. Kindness is one of the most attractive traits in the world, and it is one of the hardest qualities for someone to fake convincingly. Number 11 covers emotional unavailability, which quickly confuses and pushes women away when things get serious. Girls lose interest fast when a man constantly avoids deep conversations and refuses to show any real vulnerability. Emotional unavailability makes a woman feel unwanted and unimportant because she craves that authentic emotional bond. Number 12 notes that girls pull away when a man has extremely poor social skills and struggles to navigate public settings. Women want men who can talk, express themselves clearly, and navigate various social spaces with ease. A man who communicates well and can read the room instantly becomes significantly more attractive in any social context. Number 13 states clearly that girls want emotional maturity, not the childish mind games so common in modern dating. Tactic like waiting hours to reply or pretending you do not care ultimately backfire on the person playing them. An immature man manipulates, but a mature man communicates directly, which is what women genuinely desire. Number 14 reveals that attraction decreases when a man abandons his own life, hobbies, and goals just for a girl. When a man gives up his personal interests to spend all his time with her, she feels pressured, not valued. Women are attracted to men who have a life worth being a part of, not a life that revolves only around them. Number 15 is the hardest truth. Sometimes she is just not interested, and it is not because of anything you actually did wrong. Attraction is not always logical, and two good humans can still simply not be compatible for a relationship. Every woman has different preferences, values, and unique emotional needs that shape her perspective on dating. Sometimes, it was simply not meant to be, and accepting that reality is part of moving forward. So, what is the actual solution to stop this cycle of losing interest? The solution is absolutely not to chase more, beg for attention, or try to change for someone else's approval. The only sustainable solution that works long-term is dedicated self-improvement in every area of your life. When a man becomes the best version of himself, emotionally, mentally, and physically, attraction naturally follows him everywhere. Girls do not want a perfect man. They want men with clear direction, genuine confidence, and true emotional maturity. They want men who listen intently, men who show consistent respect, and men who are always actively trying to grow. Attraction is not random magic. It is simply a clear reflection of the person you decide to become. Ultimately, girls do not dislike men. They dislike specific behaviors and attitudes that create unnecessary instability. When a man builds his own confidence, discipline, communication skills, and self-respect, he naturally becomes more magnetic to the world. Becoming a better man is not about impressing women. It is fundamentally about deeply improving yourself first. And when you commit to that inner work, the right people will naturally come into your life and stick around. If you enjoyed this deep dive into modern attraction dynamics, please hit the like button and subscribe for more crucial information, and we will see you in the next video.